this is a bit more of a serious story, even though I am going to get Bob to discuss it. It has come to my attention that Israel is at war with Hamas after unprecedented attack. Here to report the story live, Bob from Channel 8.
Reporting live from the Spirit Squad worldwide. Bob from Channel 8. Bob.
Several people injured from rocket barrage in Jerusalem, volunteer medical group says. Several people were injured Tuesday from a direct strike in the recent rocket barrage, a volunteer emergency medical technician EMT group said. United volunteers have currently treating one person in town in the Jerusalem area who is in serious condition as a result of injuries sustained from a direct strike in the recent rocket barrage. Additionally, volunteers are treating several others who were injured in a direct rocket strike in a town south of Jerusalem, the group said. Reporting live, Bob from Channel 8.
Reporting live from the Spirit Squad worldwide. Bob from Channel 8. Bob.
I would get on Bob, but this is a bit more of a serious story. Over 700 people have lost their lives in this barrage of gunfire. There were 9 American people who were down there who lost their lives as well. Okay. They're having difficulty with hospitals at this point in time. They don't have the health care to assist people who survive these attacks. This deals with politics, Palestine and Israel. They've been at war for a long time, and I don't know the specificalities. I'm not a reporter. I'm not a journalist. I'm just reporting and reading on what I am seeing. But the reference that I want to make with this is The Simpsons, actually. Before I move forward, prayers to everyone who's lost their lives based upon politics. I mean, you know, we're civilians. Y'all are civilians out there. You did not create your governmental structure, and now you are at the liberty of gunfire based upon people or the powers that be sitting on their throne saying that this is what we're going to do. I think it is sad. It's just really sad, you know. So my prayers are with you, okay? But to tie this into something that can be read, The Simpsons. The Simpsons has predicted a lot of things that have come true. I actually have a list right here. On episode 17, episode 10, season 17, they predicted the submarine thing that I predicted down to a T. They predicted that.
Finish her.
10, episode 2 in 1998, it predicted the God particle, which was actually discovered by scientists after. On season 20, episode 4, they predicted the malfunctioning voter machines in the Donald Trump election case. And the reason that I'm bringing them up is because they predicted World War III happening in 2024 in a episode of The Simpsons as well, and they indeed said that it started in Palestine with Israel. And at the time, they said that Lisa was the president of the United States, and if you go to vigilanttcitizen.com, they paired Lisa to our First Lady right now, Kamala Harris. So how is The Simpsons getting all this shit right? I am going to introduce a theory that I don't know has a name to it yet, but I am going to say something in regards to my belief system. I believe that the human consciousness controls these events collectively, okay? I believe the collective consciousness of man even controls the weather. Somebody who's very intellectual in my comment section said that is called predictive programming. This is true. If It's said to be true that if more than one person are in agreement with something, that it can manifest in the world. This is not a theory, this is a fact. And the powers that be know this. Have you ever looked at a weather forecast and the weather was not true for that day? Such as the extended summer that we've had all across the nation, where the meteorologists are predicting that the weather is going to change, and yet here in North Carolina, it still feels like it's a bright summer day. Well, that's because the human consciousness wants it to stay a bright summer day, regardless of what the powers at be are telling us to look forward to. See, the energy of anticipation is manifesting the weather for us, okay? Therefore, if you have propaganda such as The Simpsons telling you that in 2024 there is going to be a war, theory would tell you that we're manifesting that war. I feel like the creator of The Simpsons knows this and has used his program to persuade the energy of national events. You might think that, oh no, that's no way that's possible. We're insignificant. We're only one being. Yeah, but The Simpsons is broadcasted to 1 billion people a fucking day. You get that seeped into their consciousness, they subconsciously start manifesting these things. Okay, so based upon that theory, I want to read, is there a war coming? I'm feeling a bit of apprehension on this. So I'm going to ask the tarot, can I read this? This says no. So I'm not. Can I read anything on this? This is more of a message. The message would be to mind your business. I mean, literally, this is like other people's problem. Don't get swept up into it. I disagree with that message, Spirit. I'm sorry, I'm having an argument right now. I disagree with that because we are all human. We're all of the human species. What do you mean if it's not your business? Oh, you're not. Okay, so it's not the. Okay, so. Believe something different. So it's almost like it's not saying that that's their problem. We shouldn't have compassion. It's saying that we control what we manifest. So don't let this propaganda seep into your consciousness and you begin manifesting fear in this country or in your personal realities. Okay, this is saying that we need to take responsibility for the deeply rooted subconscious vibratory things that can cause war, and in doing so there will be a war avoided. Got it. Okay. This is not saying don't have compassion for people who are ravished by the political powers that be's mentality in terms of war and livelihood. This is saying that we as beings can change this vibration for them if we believe something different. It's simplistic as the belief system. Thank you, Spirit. So it's saying that I should not fuel a narrative by giving a prediction, but fuel your mentality in how we can prevent it. Agreed. This whole conversation was about psychosemantics and how the subconscious mind manifests things on a national scale. So instead of supporting the rhetoric or narrative of the possibility of war, speak to your audience in terms of believe something different. And then act on that belief. See, evil can't exist alone. So we have to be the goodness in it. Ashe, I receive it. I receive it. I receive it. I receive it. And in the meantime, I mean, you know, get with your charities. If you have a compassionate spirit, if you have an empathetic spirit, that doesn't mean we don't help people. That means that we have to be the light and not the dark. Okay, that means that we don't operate in fear, we operate in love. That means that we pray for people who might be at the whim of things, you know. So I won't fuel the narrative by giving a prediction, but what I will say is mind your mind. I've said this since season 1. And do not feel fear, but support people who might be affected by circumstances dealing with the political nature. Stand by for the readings for you. I hope